Evening all. Hello Rachel. Little trip round London. Do a little trip round London here. Just thinking now, I've been doing the brews now for so long. We've had near enough every weather condition bar the snow. But London is what's happening in London? London's getting busy again. People going back to work. Still quiet though, really, by London standards. But central London, down there towards Oxford Street, down there. Moving around to the Paddington Basin. Moving along towards Ladbroke Grove. Here we go. Moving round now. Westbourne Park. Round into Kilburn. And there's the sun, always over Harrow on the Hill. There we go, the sun goes down on Harrow on the Hill. And we swoop round. We go round to Primrose Hill. And then we walk round to the moral high ground of Hampstead. Just let the numbers go up. There we go. The Swiss Cottage. Just had to cut someone off there. Hiya Martin. And there we move round into Camden. And then back round then to the City, the Isle of Dogs and all that. Rightio, let's let a couple more viewers tune in. I'll spin it round. Got me brew. We got the view. A couple more and then we're ready to go. A couple more. So I've not been saying hello to anyone. I've not been reading the people coming in. But hello Deirdre and Steve. How are you? Thank you Steve for getting in touch with our friend. Thank you so much. Alan Merritt in the house, big bad Alan Merritt. Alan, there is a massive interest in the badges out in America. So, just I think there's going to give a review of the last few days. I've not had a shave. Dylan Efford, MBAP, Dylan, MBAP. It's all acronyms. Yeah, there's I think some woman that was on the Sean Atwood show is doing the hair watch. I'm thinning out, you know. She's attacked Bill Maloney and myself. I don't know what her name was. Someone's put a video out and she's going on about merchandise. There is a group that set up a merchandise with my image out in America and is selling all sorts of nonsense. So unless it's come from the John Wedger Foundation, it ain't nothing to do with me. But I mean, what can I do? Bootlegging. I mean, that's. I think it's quite a privilege that when your merchandise has been bootlegged. But apparently my mugs are ready for collection. I've just got to go and get them. But the guy hasn't told me where to go to collect them. The badges are about. It's just if anyone's followed any of my work, I really haven't sat down in the last 3 days. Just I'm not even shaved. Look at the mess. It's just been crazy, again, crazy times. I did an interview for a Swedish Channel 10 in Sweden. They interviewed me about myself, my journey, the fight against Satanism, Jesus, about my son when he was injured and things like that, and things that really sort of turned me and changed me and pushed me in the direction I was going. And Nico, let me know please. That's good. So pushed me to where I am now and strengthened my faith, because this is a spiritual battle we're on now. And we either wake up or we go under, in my opinion. But that's how it is. So what's been happening? Well, we've been in Liverpool. We went to a very, very impoverished area called Bootle. We met with a guy called Billy. Billy's homeless. Billy's living in a car. Billy was waiting for us when we got into... Billy was living in a car. This is how... Again, nothing derogatory, we're on Billy's side here. Billy is living in a car in a very, very poor part of Bootle, which is a poor part of Liverpool, but he's living in a car in a Lidl's car park. So, you know, once you think you've sunk low, you know, there's still a little bit way to go, but this is how poor old Billy's living, and his story is heartbreaking. He met us with a hug. He was there waiting for us. Now, you're talking about someone who doesn't like crowds, backs away from the human touch. And if anyone goes near to him, like quite a few survivors do, when you reach out to hug them or something, they recoil. You know, women tend to pull their stomachs in and things like that. This guy come up and gave me a hug, so that showed how much faith he had in what we're doing. Anyway, Billy gave this, again, heart-rendering of his life, and you just see the wounded child, and you're talking to a wounded child, and Bill knows that I don't mean that in a derogatory fashion, I mean that in a compassionate fashion, you know, a very, very wounded child, and you see what these horrible adults do to children. And again, the abuse comes from a woman. It's something we are seeing more and more and more. I got asked today, what should the government be doing? Well, they should be taking all of this seriously. They're not. They just are not taking it seriously. And Karine was right in what she said, don't rely on the police. They will do nothing. Do absolutely nothing. So I'm going to be putting some details up for Billy if anyone wants to make a donation. I'll be putting Billy's account, sort code and name up, so it can't be hacked with that. You need more information than that. So if people want to shove money in Billy's account, then I'll do that. I won't be caught in the middle, only because I'm just too busy. I am too busy, and if I'm not getting back to people, I'm so sorry, but I am just so busy. And reading the emails takes a long time. Pepsi, please keep writing to Pepsi. We're just praying that the parole office do something. So please keep the letters coming to Pepsi. I'm going to be posting his MP's details up. So let's write to his MP and tell his MP to do something. You know. I think the government should set up a national police unit now, looking at SRA, but I doubt they will. But after meeting Billy, we met him on a beach in a place called Crosby. A lovely beach, actually, really nice, and literally a stone's throw from Bootle. You know, a couple of miles up the road from Bootle. So you're quite lucky, really, in the north, because especially like Liverpool, because you have got these lovely beaches. In London, we've got to go miles before we get out of into any sort of fresh air. But bless him, we had to leave Billy in Bootle, and let's just pray that his life gets better. He's in a dark hole at the moment, poor old Billy. But there is when the gyms go back, he's been offered a bit of work teaching MMA. He's a tough guy. He's a fighter. He's a hard lad, and so he's going to be teaching people to do a bit of training and whatnot, which is excellent, fantastic, you know. You need a dig in the grave. Well, someone said I need to dig in the grave. You need to explain that comment. I don't. Right, from there, from Billy, we end up in an area called Norris Green, which apparently is synonymous with gun crime. And we met a guy called Stephen. And Stephen was a reformed criminal, a self-proclaimed thief, a scouse thief. and I think his children were one of his boys was in on it as well, and he was just going out thieving and whatnot, and screwing places, drumming we call it down here. I know I need a shave, Alan, I know. And there's Martin telling me I need a haircut, and Alan telling me I need a shave. Yeah. Now, Stephen, we sat down, and what an incredible oh, I get it. Yes, dig the grave, have a shave. I gotcha. Dig the grave. Yeah, I'm with you now. Now, Steve was an old fella. We still is, but life of crime. Been in a care home, been in a Catholic institution, and when he was in the Catholic institution, there was abuse by the Catholic priests, as per usual with that mob. And he was from the streets. Stephen really was from the streets. We're going back to like the 50s. This guy was brought up on the streets. His dad was at sea, and his mum was an alcoholic, as he said. And hi Trace. And Stephen went from the usual thing, from the care homes where there was sexual abuse. He then went on to the juvenile places, and then onto the borstalls, and then on to prison. The usual sort of pattern you get with no intervention whatsoever. So it's something that we've heard a million times before, and I no doubt we'll hear another million times again. But what was strange about Stephen was that he got involved in some pretty sort of dodgy crime, and it could have killed him. You know what he was involved in. He was involved in some heavy criminals, and he got invited. His son got invited to a church. His son started playing guitar in a church, and there's a fire over in Kingsbury that way. So anyone's in sort of Kingsbury, Queensbury, part of London, there's a big fire going on. Maybe towards Hendon. There's a big old burn up going on. Something's on fire over there. And his son was at this church, and he said, the pastor wants to see your dad. And he turned around and said, if he comes around my house, I'll knock him out. And the pastor turned up at his house, and Stephen went, he said, I went down there to knock him out. And he said, he'd come to me. He said, I was totally and utterly sorry about that. That was my son Callum ringing me up. So I had to answer that. So anyway, so Stephen went to chin this pastor, and he said, I had no power, no strength. And the pastor invited him to his church. So he said, I went there to mock them. It was like a Christian church thing, you know. His son was playing the guitar in there. His son loved it. So he went along to give him a hard time. And he said, while he was there, he said he ended up tapping his foot to the music. He said, the more I wanted to hate him, the more I was drawn to him. And then he started having these bizarre experiences in his life. Very bizarre experiences. And he started having bizarre dreams. Incredible. Honestly, the more his story, it will be the funny, strange thing is, when we went to record it, our equipment wouldn't work. And it was like it was saying, this is a personal message, John, this isn't for everyone. But his wisdom was unbelievable. He is a lad from the lower classes, the criminal classes of Liverpool, back in the tough days, and the wisdom of this guy was absolutely amazing. He was talking about forgiveness. He was talking about how everyone, there is good in them, they can be redeemed, and it was awesome to sit and listen to. A really, really lovely guy. Really enjoyed his company. Anyway, from there we met with Greek George. Big respect to Greek George. Greek George, if anyone knows, Greek George was Robert Greene's best friend. Robert Greene, a phenomenal campaigner for Holly Greig. R.I.P. Robert. Robert's unfortunately died of succumbed to cancer. God bless him. But and Greek George does a lot for us. A lot. There's a lot of people do a lot of things behind the scenes. And I want to say thank you to Linda. Thank you for the lights. I put out for some lights, and Linda has got us some lights. I want to say a massive thank you to Alison for the van. A big thank you to Tony for the little car. So, you know, we're getting some lovely stuff now. We're rocking. I think we're almost ready. We've got to just get a premises now, and I think set this up properly, and we're ready to go. And then we got an invite to go to Southport, and Southport is a seaside town just north of Liverpool. Beautiful, beautiful place, and it really is lovely. It's the beach is a load of rubbish, but the town is beautiful. Apparently the Champs-Élysées in Paris was modelled on Southport High Street, the boulevard through Southport. Really lovely. And it was there that we met up with Tinky, a long-time campaigner from Liverpool. Tinky and Angie, both of them have been victims of the malicious family courts, domestic violence, and so much more. Tinky's a victim of grooming, and we ran out and we did a live podcast, which is running now, I think, at about 15,000 hits. Incredible response. So it just goes to show, you know, how fast we are moving now, and we are really, really moving. So on the troll front, I think someone has done some research into Yolandi Kenwood, and what has been mentioned, that she trolled a woman so much that the woman committed suicide. So there you have it. This is what a nice person. And Alan Merritt said something, and I'm going to endorse it and stand by it. If anyone is backing Yolandi Kenwood or is got anything to do with her, please, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know, I'm not for me to tell anyone who would be friends with, but this is one vile woman. One vile, she's evil. And I can't have anything to do with her or anyone associated with her. She really is a violent. There's some other woman now who's putting some horrible stuff out about me and Bill Maloney again. Just a loony. And actually, this woman, as she's putting this video out, there's a picture behind her with a pair of red shoes. And I thought, that's odd. Red shoes are used by Satanists. They indicate the skin of children. So, and this woman was interviewed by Sean Atwood. What a nasty piece of work she is. I can't remember what her name is. Not really bothered. But anyway, her video's got 57 hits. So, good on her. And again, there's Angela Powell Disney again. She's another nasty piece of work. So, hey, I'm just really, again, not bothered. But what I'll just say, just keep you appraised of these people. They will crop up. They will do their work. And the more we look into the satanic stuff, the more these people are going to be on the offensive. And they will just morph. There will be something else will come up. They just look for chinks in the armour. That's all they do. Chinks in the armour. So, what can you do? What can you do? You know. So that's that. But what we got coming up? Well, trip to the West Country. Netflix are interviewing one of my boys tomorrow. Oh, someone's swearing a lot on here. That's not nice. That's not nice. Don't do any swearing. Come on now. If anyone's being a little bit spiteful, raise the alarm with them and we'll block them. That's all. No worries. Yeah, that's right. Oh, and that androgyny. Yeah, I mean that's just another. I just he's locking up. Oh, just Fruit Loop. Total Fruit Loop. But yeah, that's right. They're weak. In order for them to do this, they are weak. It's a bit like the offenders, the perpetrators of the abuse. They're very, very weak, and they like to pick on the vulnerable and everything else, and they like to just find a way in. But they're strange people that do strange things. So, but everyone's entitled to their opinion, and that's that. Right. So, right. Right, so next week hopefully we'll be down in the West Country. Again, Netflix are going good. There's a programme coming out with Swedish TV, Channel 10. So Channel 10 put out I think I don't know whether it's an hour long. It's a testimony of what I've done. They were really lovely. There's a guy called Tim come down from a production company and spent the day with us on Saturday. So hopefully that will be out soon. I'm going on. Yeah. Right, we have a Patreon site now. Patreon. So you can go onto our YouTube and you can log on to Patreon's site. So, and again, yeah, donations, everything through the John Wedger Foundation. We've had to change emails. There's been people hacking stuff. Just get in touch with us by a PM, and then we can arrange for the details to be passed over. But yeah, it looks like there's been some wrongdoing regarding our Facebook. Looks like it's been hacked, and that. But so just go through the John Wedger Foundation. You know, go through us on there, and you'll get in touch with us. But we've got Patreon now. George has sorted out the Patreon, so you can go on there and you can subscribe. Badges, we're going to be sorting the badges out. The little, where are they? I've got one on there. I've just put a new coat on, so it's in my pocket somewhere. I've got them, but the badges they're in foreign languages. We got a group of soldiers in Italy that we're going to link in with, a sergeant for a regiment on the Italian army, a bloke called Sergeant Viventi. He has got together a group of soldiers against paedophilia, and they've linked in with us and said, you know, we are behind you. So that's all going good, and I think we got a few demos coming up. Hey, Lou Saunders. So we got, I think there are a few more demos and protests are coming back online now, you know, so those that are willing to stand up and defy this COVID nonsense, please do so. Stand up and let's take our rights back. We are absolutely flying at the moment. We've got them in Portuguese, Spanish, French, Italian, and German. You know, so and English. So I'll start distributing them. It's just all it is that I haven't had a chance to properly sit down. So Patreon, if we get 11,000 viewers, supporters on Patreon, if everyone chucked in £1, we're well on our way to getting ourselves a nice little charitable shop and everything else. That'd be awesome if we can do that. That'd be brilliant. You know, we can start going places, and we can start having a few people employed. We can have some researchers, counsellors. Thank you to everyone who's offered their services. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks to all those that are doing research, field research for us. Again, they're people we won't name. Thanks to all those on the security teams. Again, they will not be named for obvious reasons. And let's keep smashing these videos out there. Please get people to come forward. Alan Merritt's got some crocodile stickers that we need to get out there. And we're away. So Christine, our little friend, is going to do the translating. So that's all sorted out. You know, we've got our Italian translator. That's okay. We've not got any things in Polish. Someone's asked, where has Bill Maloney gone? Bill Maloney has got tired. Bill Maloney needs a rest, but he's still there. He's still in touch with us, you know, on a weekly basis. We still have interlinks with Bill, no worries, you know. Again, he's doing good. He started all this. But then again, you look at all that lovely work he did, and it was, you know, the people who tried to hijack it and destroy it, like Brian Harvey, like Angela Powell, Disney, and all these. They're just nasty. They just do so much nasty things. They're just horrible. They really are horrible. You know, it's like having a lovely little community garden and these people come along and kick it to pieces. That's exactly what they've done. Some nice flipping quiet space for people to go and sit, and these vile people they're not satisfied. They cannot see anyone getting on. They really can't. But yeah, at the moment it's really, really buzzing. So please get in touch. If you need your testimony out there, please get in touch. And we've got another lady that's going to be speaking out about SRA, satanic ritual. We've got 2 ladies speaking out about it. But we don't seem to have any men talking out about it, which is, strange. But lots and lots of women are talking about their experiences as victims of it. But we're yet to get the men come forward. But hopefully that will happen. The more people speak out, the better off we are. Without a doubt. And it causes others to come forward, and it strengthens our resolve when we go to take the authorities on, because that's the next move, taking the authorities on and making them do something. So that will come when we get in office and start collating and working out how we can start helping people properly. A lot of it, from what I can see, a lot of it is there are people with wanting therapy, so thank you to all the therapists who've offered their help. We need to work out what is relevant for certain people at different stages of healing. We've also got the prayer teams that deal with their side of stuff, which means a lot, and then we're looking at practical help as well for people. Maybe some hands-on people, that if someone is in trouble, we can go around there and maybe sort them out. If their garden needs sorting out, maybe do that for a bit of decorate, whatever it might help. But also the main thing people want is legal assistance. Now that ain't cheap. That costs a pretty penny, and it really does. So we need to really link in with someone with a little bit of legal expertise that can offer guidance there, and then we can start helping people collating their paperwork, putting their cases together, and see if we can get some cases reviewed and looked at, getting with the prosecuting agencies like the CPS, and stuff like that, So there's also, we've got the spiritual help, we've got the therapeutic mental help, and the practical help, So, yeah. Stop. So what's happening? Are we getting a few people trolling tonight, are we? Yeah, barristers. Why is everyone focused on trolls? Yeah, well, don't worry about the trolls. Who's it? Just name them. Are they? Is there trolls that we need naming on here? Quite happily name them. But you really are a special sort. Well, I'm really not interested, to be honest. These trolls are morons, aren't they? Yeah, so that's that anyway. So please, as everything, get people to come forward and to speak out. I'm gonna made it early tonight because I've got some paperwork to do for Pepsi Watson. We're doing our best to get this guy released, and I'm ever so tired. All right, but thank you everyone for your support, and yeah, it looks like issues with trolls. I can't see anything coming up. It never popped up before. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get it. You're going to get them, but we can soon weed them out. We can see. Yeah, right. Anyway, everyone, look. Nighty night. You're looking tired, mate. I am tired. I'm very, very tired. Very tired, so I know, go for a swim in the morning, going down the lake in the morning, and yeah, therapists, we need, the therapist is the only area where we're going to need you to write a mission statement why you want to help victims and survivors of abuse. That mission statement will be subject to statement analysis by sorry, I lost you then, connection went. Right, so any therapist, you need to provide us with a mission statement why you wish to help victims and survivors. Only a short couple of paragraphs. Proof of your qualifications. Your statement will be analysed by an FBI profiler who's offered us services, which is lovely. And from there, we can see if we can identify anyone that potentially might have nefarious intentions. Now, it's something you always get whenever you work with vulnerable people. You always have psychometric testing. You do it with all agencies, right? It's always done. So this isn't, a nasty thing. This is a very good thing, and we're not here to catch anyone out. Well, we are if you're a nonce, obviously, but we cannot afford putting a vulnerable person in connection with someone who's got bad intentions. We can't do it. We cannot do it. It's not allowed. So that's what we do. All right. And that, for the time being, that's the only other way. And hopefully we'll move forward. I think people need to be patient with us at the moment, because we are just playing catch up, because it has gone crazy. It really has gone crazy. Some people are saying I'm tired. I am tired. I've done. I cannot tell you the distance I've done. Cannot tell you the distance I've done, and it's non-stop, and I mean non-stop. We did 3 interviews in one day, and we had another meeting. I have to cram as much as we can when we're in an area, and it has to run like clockwork. Otherwise, we can't do anything. So that's it. But windy up on the roof. Are you going to the Nottingham demo? I will try and attend as many demos as I can. All right, and I will. Okay, as many as I can. I will try and be there. Right, and that's that. Alan Merritt's asked, do you want me to do anything now? No, you're doing plenty, Al. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry, you're there, Al. Right, again, we're London based, but this isn't just a UK problem. It's all over. We're hearing a lot of information about the Isle of Man, so if anyone can come forward about the Isle of Man, that'd be good. Again, islands always crop up. Islands are a massive sort of place where abuse goes on. There's so much. Yeah, so, and there will be, we're at a stage now that people will need to supply us with personal details if they want the help. So we're going to need to see copies of passports, driving licenses, things like that. Because if we set up properly, we're going to need to start doing basic CRB check-in and all that. So, of course, a lot of people will have criminal history. We're not concerned about that, but we can't have anyone that's had anything to do with sex offending. We can't, and that's that. So, but keep people, get others, spread the word, get others to come forward. Let's get these testimonies out there. All right. I had to decline someone the other day, although they had a strong testimony. They, Serdar, you're a good man. My man Serdar, good guy, good strong guy he is. Brave man, very brave man. I had to decline someone the other day because they wasn't really in a position to sort of speak. Well, they was happy to speak about their past, but they didn't really want to know about their past. They were trying to block it out, which I can agree with. But the story would have been too dyspraxic, and I just said it didn't make any sense to me. So how would it make any sense to people out there? And she understood. She did understand. I said, I don't think it's right that you speak out, because it would have just been quite a painful testimony, and I think a lot of people. There'd be more questions than answers on it, so I had to decline. It doesn't happen that often, but sometimes we have to just say I don't think it's relevant. And a few other people have got in touch with me regarding fraud investigation and all that. Joanna. Yeah, we will be seeing you in Devon hopefully next week. All right. All right, Lauren, I've got to be in touch with Lauren. I'm going to be speaking to Lauren hopefully shortly. I'll give her a call in a minute and be doing an interview there. So, I just need a rest, man. Need a rest. Anyway, thank everyone for their help. Thank you all for your views. We are smashing the views. We are really flying high on the view front. You know, the podcast with Nikki do incredibly well. So hopefully there'll be more of that. And if anyone needs anyone they want praying for, please, if people have lost children and they want prayer, we'll hold a prayer evening as well. You know, so we'll always do it for Samantha Baldwin's kids. We will always do it for her kids, but other people, please let us know. We'll, you know, get Christine, we'll collate them, and then bang, we'll hold a little prayer meeting for them, okay? And mention, you know, all the names. So, and hopefully we'll be doing a little interview with lovely Tracy and big Chris Lambriani. So we'll be doing having a little meeting, and we may do a little bit to camera there. So that'll be it really for the time being. Okay, so if there's if anyone needs to get in touch with me, just go into the website, the email's there, just punch it in, and everything through the John Wedger Foundation. If you go via other websites, it's not going to be us, all right? You know, Lou from the Isle of Wight. Lou, I will chat to you. I've got a missed call from you, Lou, and I will get back to you, Lou. Just let me go back down, get a cup of tea. I've just got to speak to Lauren, and then I'll give you a call, Lou. So don't worry. So and that's that. So God bless everyone. All right. Right, Vivian, mate, get in touch with Christine Standing, who does the prayer group. Send me your contact details, Vivian, and I'll put you through. Okay. And that's that. So right, who we got? Right, pray for a good night's sleep for you. Yeah, see if it works. Right, can we have a prayer that I get a really proper mad night's sleep? That'd be lovely. If everyone could do that, it'd be superb. You know, I like that. But please, can you write to our man Pepsi, and let's hold a little prayer for Pepsi that he gets released. You know, let's have a little. We might do that one day, just to pray for Pepsi. Well, let's do it now. Lord Jesus Christ, can maybe pray that our man Pepsi Watson is released from prison now. Let him be released so he can join us as our camera crew and our fellow campaigner in this fight against paedophilia. Please, Jesus, get him out of prison. Please get him out of prison. God bless. Right, there we go. Little prayer for Peps to get him out. All right, yeah, I know. I like the messages. I'm just reading them now. They're nice. The trolls come up, they get it, and then we get the lovely messages. So, right, that's it. Anyway, thank you to absolutely everyone. Is there an email for John Wedger, please? I'd like to buy some merch. Yeah, well, the merch, just wait for it to come in. There's a lad called Ozzy who's doing the stuff, just waiting for it to get sorted out and collected. Really waiting for that to be picked up, and the t-shirts. Alan Merritt's got some t-shirts done, and I am going to get some stuff done. So if anyone knows of a good t-shirt company, printing company, let us know. I've got a few designs I want done, so please forward them on to us, okay? And so if there is anyone out there that does the t-shirts and whatnot, please get in touch. Need some nice t-shirts. Rightio. Anyway, God bless. And we'll try and get some more badges. I'll try and get some more badges. The John Wedger ones just, boom, they flew off the shelf. They're brilliant. So I'll get in touch with my man and see if we can procure some more badges. And but it's just, I've just got to settle down and properly get my head down and get all these little bits and pieces ironed out, you know. So, right, yeah, Right. Anyway, I need to speak to you soon. Some badges for Colombia. Yeah, yes, for Colombia. Oh my word, Alan, we're going to Colombia. Right. Anyway, good night, everyone. Adios. Bye bye. And we'll see you soon.